All right, the 4th of July is over with. Oh, come on. Why y'all still shooting off fireworks? Don't you got something better to do? I mean, you could go in and catch an episode of The Trucker's Table. Yeah, all right. Fireworks over with, the fun's over with. It's time to get back to work. Let's kick it off with an episode of The Trucker's Table. Here we go.
Robbie's got a gold watch. Don't seem like a whole lot. After 30 years of driving up and down the interstate. But Robbie's had a good life, and Robbie's got a good wife.
All right, man, we are loaded finally. Ah, dang, ain't got enough air pressure to slide the tandems. That's all right, I'll slide them when I get down to the end of the driveway. Ooh, let's see what we got. Ooh, look at that. That cereal's all the way to the back door, man. Ooh, I might have to jump up in there and put a strap on, because I don't want that stuff to fall over. Some kind of cornflakes. So, oh, look at that. Let's go ahead and document damaged box right there. I'll turn around and take some pictures of it. Yeah, I don't want to be getting in trouble. So we'll take pictures of that. We got the video too. And hopefully that'll cover our butt when we get down to Door, Florida. And go to, you see we're still here at the place we just pulled out from the dock. So anyway, we're gonna do that. We're gonna get on the road and get out of here. So y'all hang around. We headed home for the 4th of July. All right, just picked up the load. The box there is damaged. So just wanted to document that. All right, let's get out of here. There he is, Mr. Fluffy Tail, the Duck Man, Ducky Duck. Ooh, we are in, well, we're on the Mississippi-Alabama line, I guess. It's the way station right before you cross into Alabama. I wanted to park over here next to the grass, but there's a DOT officer sitting right there. And if you notice, all these signs say no parking anytime. So I parked in a parking spot instead of parking back here. So he's like, let me get some shade. Oh, I'm about to die. Yeah, I'd love to be able to make it to the house tonight, but I just don't see it happening unless when Google Maps was estimating the time it takes, there was something slowing me down along the route. So if that's the case, who knows? We might gain some time, but it's right at 11 hours on the dot for a car. So a big truck, there's just no way. You dang sure have to be hauling the mail, going way faster than what you're allowed to go. So I don't know. We're gonna try it and get as close as we can. I think we might be able to get to Bainbridge. I think Bainbridge would be the very best we could do, most likely. May end up in Donaldsonville, who knows. But one way or the other, we're gonna go as far as we can go. Burn up the whole 11 hours and then some, probably. So we'll see. But yeah, it's a little warm outside. Woo. So I'm gonna see if he's gonna finish up his business, and then we're gonna get back in the truck and cool off, finish out this 30-minute break, get our butt on down the road. So y'all come on along. Ooh, what's going on, everybody? I'm gonna try to get everybody caught up on what's going on, because we had a big drop off and then pick back up way later in the video. So at the end of that last clip, you saw me. I was in right there on the Mississippi-Alabama state line there at the way station. Well, we left there and we made really good time, man. We got to Birmingham. We got from Birmingham to Montgomery in like record time. There was no slowdowns. and going down 231 out of Montgomery to Dothan, it was like right on through, no slowdowns except for, you know, your normal red lights, which I caught a bunch of those with green. So I just made really good time. I got to Dothan, Alabama. I had an hour and a half left on my clock, man. I was like, I'm making it to the house. I just didn't know I was gonna make it to the house and have 8 minutes left over. So I basically drove 700 miles in 10 hours and 52 minutes. So I was averaging over 60 miles an hour non-stop, more or less, from when I left to till I got to the house. But I was so happy, man. I made it to the house, dropped the trailer, bobtailed over, you know, to the house, and got to spend the night in my own bed. That was awesome. And got a hot shower, and got to spend all day Sunday at the house. We grilled out Sunday afternoon, and then got to stayed at the house actually till after lunch on the 4th of July. And then we left after lunch, heading down to Doral, Florida, a suburb of Miami. And made pretty good time getting down there. You know, we stopped off in Wildwood, got fuel, and went on down to Doral, got parked down there a little after 10 o'clock, got a full 10-hour break in right there at the receiver, already backed into the dock. So when they came in that morning, they just pulled forward, opened the doors, back up. They got me unloaded in like 30 minutes, man. So now I'm looking for a load, trying to find something. Called about a couple loads, it didn't work out with those. And then another load pops up, picking up in Lakeland, Florida, going to Rock Hill, South Carolina. And I was like, oh yeah, I can do that, but it's got to pick up by 2 o'clock. So booked it, took off. Got up there to Lakeland with about 30 minutes to spare, got checked in, and we got loaded there. Heavy load, man, it was heavy. They said 43,000 on the bills, but I'll bet my last dollar it was every bit of 43.8, almost right at 44,000, because my overall gross weight was over 78 something thousand, and that was with a half a tank of fuel. I mean, I've had 43,000 on the truck with a full tank of fuel, and it only weighed 77. So I know good and dadgum well it had to be close to 44,000. And anyway, took the load. We got back up to Wildwood to axle out, right? Because I knew I was over on my drives, but in Florida it's no big deal. As long as you're not over 40,000, you're good. They see the Blue Star over here getting worked on. That ain't us, that's another driver. But anyway, so when we got back up there to Wildwood, traffic was backed up in any direction, well, except unless you were going south. It was just wreck after wreck after wreck after wreck. It was just red all the way up to Ocala. So I said, screw it. I did a 2-hour break while I was getting loaded in Lakeland. I'll just go ahead and do a 8-hour break here, get back plenty of hours, and I can make it up to Rock Hill, you know. Still make it up there by, you know, no later than 9 o'clock the next morning. So I did that, did my 8-hour break there in Wildwood, left out around 1 a.m. and I got to Rock Hill around just before 9 o'clock. We stopped off in Columbia there at the Petro and packed it full of fuel. I didn't have to worry about it because there was no more scales. I had to go across from there to where the receiver. And so when I'm there getting fuel, I noticed my tire looked slack on the outside front drive here behind me here. And so I checked it. Sure enough, it was down to 70 pounds of pressure. I was like, holy crap. It's supposed to be like 100. So I filled it up with air, you know, put about 100 pounds in it, 95, 100 pounds right in there. And I said, I got to get that checked out. So I went on up, made my delivery, and started looking for a load back out of South Carolina. And boom, man, Dillon, South Carolina, my favorite agents to work with, because that's who I was looking for anyway. The Harbor Freight loads, you know, and one popped up going to Michigan, paying bank. And the one we did going to Litchfield that time, where we had to work on the AC, and it popped up, and one going to Mariana. What, Mariana? And the rate per mile was the same, so I said, yeah, go ahead and take the Mariana one, man. Why not? Go to the house. Because I needed to get some work done on the truck anyway. I've been putting it off so long. The drive shaft, you know, getting all those joints replaced. And so I was talking to a friend of mine, and he goes, because I told him I had just a slight vibration, and my good friend Joe, I always call him Big Joe. He's a BC over here at Landstar also. He has an awesome truck. He has a Coronado glider, and you know, he loves his truck. I love my truck too, and so we have a lot in common. We both have the same engine and stuff. And I was telling him about the vibration, and he goes, "Man, that's your carry berry." But I was like, it may be, but also it's definitely the joints, because I got a PM done in Florence. We stopped off in Florence and got a PM done, got the truck washed, all that stuff, and got the tire fixed. Come to find out, there was a nail in the tire. And it wasn't that long of a nail, but the problem is it went in between where the little pads are on the tire, so it went poop right, just enough to pierce the tire and leak air out, you know. And so went ahead and got that patched. Thank goodness it was at a perfect place I could get it patched. And so we got that done. We got the tire patch, got the full PM done, ultimate PM. And I was contemplating letting them do the drive shaft, and I said, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go back to Mariana, and they have an awesome mechanic here. If you're in the Mariana area and you're skittish about going to TA Petros, getting your work done on your truck, come here to Mariana, ask for Philip. But it ain't just Philip, man. Most of these guys are really good, you know, but Philip in particular is probably, him and Jay are probably the best of the best here, and probably at a variety of TAs, I would put them up against the best of them. They're pretty daggum good. You know, and so I called ahead, and she goes, yeah, he'll be here Friday. I said, okay, great, awesome. I said, is there any chance I can get him to do this work on my truck? I'll replace all the joints from the transmission to the rear ends back there. And oh yeah, he'll be glad to do it. I said, well, I already got the parts, everything. All he's got to do is go at it, you know. And she said, yeah, okay, I'll put you down, get you in here. She said, what time can you be here? I said, what time you need me there? She said, 8 o'clock. I said, I'll be there. So we're gonna do our Harbor Freight. I was gonna drop it off this morning, but they said they couldn't do it. So we're going to drop it off when we get done here. There'll still be somebody there, and I can drop it off, because it's not scheduled to deliver to tomorrow, but it's a drop and hook, so you know, I get it in there a little early. So we're going to do that. But anyway, yeah, I talked to Philip this morning, and I said, hey man, I know it was supposed to just be the joints, but I went ahead while I was at the house yesterday, swung by the Freightliner place. Mr. Bill, Alex, two great guys. They're in the parts department there in Midway, Florida at 4-Star Freightliner. Go in there, talk to Alex or Bill if you have a Freightliner and you need parts. Tell them Robbie sent you, Big Rob, you know. And they'll take care of you, man. They do really good for me on finding parts. You know, I call them up. They're like, yeah, man, I got you. I already know your VIN number, because as much as I call them, plus I got an account there, so that helps. But they had the carrier bearing. It was like 86 bucks. Went ahead and got it. And so they, when I got here this morning, I said, I just want to add one little thing to my to-do list. Can you add the carrier bearing? Because if you're gonna take the drive shaft and all that stuff loose, you might as well do the carrier bearing, because that's what holds the drive shaft up. Might as well do all of it, right? And I went back and looked through the log book. I want to show y'all something. Look at this. I hope Mr. McCray don't mind me showing this. 2 books full of, look, I'm just gonna give you a quick little look. Look at that. He wrote down everything done to this truck from the day he bought it. You cannot find a truck with log books like this, with everything written down that was done to the truck. I mean, it's 2 log books full of, but I'm showing you the back pages. Let me turn it this way so you can see the front of the pages. There you go. But just page after page of everything done to the truck. PM, batteries, tires, transmission, motor rebuild, any and everything done to it. U-joints, wheel seals, brakes, windshields. It don't matter what it was, he wrote it down. I read through here, and I may be wrong. I was thinking about calling him here today. I swear I went through here twice and I could not find where he replaced the carrier bearing. He replaced the radiator. He replaced a lot of stuff in here, but I couldn't find the carrier bearing. So I said, that 20 plus years, it's time to replace it. So we went ahead and got that, and we're gonna replace that too. But now y'all guys understand why I'm so excited about this truck, man. I bought the truck from an awesome dude, Mr. McCrae. He is really a great guy, and he is so smart and meticulous about stuff. Keeping notes like that of everything done to the truck, that's just amazing. I don't know if he did it to start with, thinking this will help me sell it one day. I think he did it just so he could keep track of everything he's done to the truck, you know, for his own peace of mind, you know. But anyway, not to try to get off the subject, but I was like, yeah, let's do the carrier bearing. So they're out there working on it now. They're beating on it, ratcheting on it, and everything else, trying to get all that stuff loose, because it's a mess to get that all loose. But when they did the PM in Florence, I had him wiggle the drive shaft. He goes, "Oh yeah, your U-joints definitely need replacing." And he also shook it a little bit in front of the carrier bearing, and it moved a little like that, you know. And I was like, "Yeah, that probably needs replacing too." So anyway, we gonna replace everything in the drivetrain, from the transmission to the rear end, except for the drive shaft. We're keeping the drive shaft. We're just replacing. We got the yoke, we got all the U-joints and everything. So we're gonna try to get it all replaced, and hopefully have a good solid drive line, and be able to run for a while with a little bit of peace of mind. Because I'd rather get it done than be on the hook, you know. So we'll see. I don't know what that dude was looking at. He was looking at my tag or grill or something on the front of the truck. But anyway, I got to get that tag redone too. Let's see if Teresa has time to help me print out another one. So that one's peeling off again. I got to get my tag holder and everything put on the front while I'm at the house. I need to get that done. Got to get that spare tire put on. I was this close to having to buy another tire if that tire had blowed out. And while I was there at the Petro, a guy come in, another Landstar driver. He needed to get 2 tires because he blew out one on his drives back there. They didn't have nothing, but they had a couple of Firestone tires and an Ironman, and that was it. If you're doing L-cap with Landstar, you can't buy Firestone because you don't get a, well, you can, but you have to pay for it out of your own pocket. You can't buy it through the L-cap program, so you don't get no discount on it. For some reason, they just don't do discounts with Firestones because it's a Bridgestone account, I believe. But anyway, so they didn't have tires, and I'm thinking, well, if they don't have the 22.5 low pros, they daggum sure don't have the 24.5 low pros probably. So I just got lucky; he was able to patch it. And but anyway, so that's another thing we got to start doing, is carrying a spare around with us just in case, because I got one at the house, a really good all position spare, and I need to get it back there behind that sleeper so I can take it with me. And so I'm gonna work on that. Hopefully tomorrow. I'll be off all day tomorrow. It's gonna be one of my goals to get done, is to do that. And I want to get the Volvo cleaned up real good. Yeah, I mean, I'd kind of like to sell it, but right now, man, I tell you, having the peace of mind knowing that, you know, whatever happens to this truck, if I wreck it, burn it up, blow up the motor, whatever it is, as long as I'm able to keep moving, I jump out of it, I jump into the Volvo. Within a week, 2 weeks, I'm back on the road rolling, you know, without missing much of a paycheck, you know. I love having that peace of mind, man. I mean, I know it's might be better to go ahead and sell it, but I tell you, having that peace of mind, knowing that, hey, if something happens to this truck, you got a backup truck. I mean, how many truck drivers out there have backup trucks? It just takes a little bit of the stress off of me. And there's nothing wrong with that Volvo. I mean, I know y'all saw all the problems I had with it, but here's the thing. $65,000 later, everything on that truck has been replaced except for the SCR box, your emissions box, the turbo air compressor. Oh, so it was something else. I think that's it. All new AC system, radiator, reservoirs, motor's been rebuilt, transmission's been resoldered, wired, all that stuff. It's in good shape. I mean, everything, man, from the bumper, mirrors, on back has been either fixed or replaced on the truck, you know, $65,000 worth. So it's a solid truck. It is, it's solid. DPF filter, I have not replaced that. It needs to be cleaned. And if it's able to be cleaned, I don't have to replace it. That's good. But if it can't be cleaned, then I need to replace it. So I think if I replace it, I'll be good for a while, I hope. You know, if I had to drive it. But I think right now I can still run it for at least 6 months and not have to worry about the DPF filter. But at some point it is gonna need to be cleaned. But other than that, the truck's in good shape, you know. So I love having that peace of mind. But anyway, I forgot where I was at. I get rambling and I lose my train of thought. But anyway, I'm talking to some people now about the doing the engine, and we're either gonna do a swap out. I think I'd rather do a swap out and put another motor in, maybe one that doesn't have as many miles as this one has on it, because this one has a little over 2.2 million on it, almost to 2.3. That's a lot of miles, man. That's a lot of miles. And so I'm really thinking about that, you know, getting that done. And I got some estimates on it, and it ain't gonna be, if you do it the right way, it's gonna be expensive. You can do it cheap, but you don't know how long you're gonna last after you get it done if you do it cheap. If I go ahead and spend the money it takes to get it done right, we're looking at, if I do it there at the house in Midway at 4-star, I'm looking at approximately between $30,000 and $32,000. I know that sounds like a lot of money, but think about it. You can get a 3-year warranty or 300,000 miles. You know how much money I can make in 300,000 miles? Right now, so far this year, Landstar updated their website. So now they have a, what's it called? Analyst section in it or whatever. So I went back and, what do they call it? Analytics, or I don't know what it's called. Anyway, it shows you how much you made, how many miles you drove, all that kind of stuff. So I went back and did the math on it. The miles I've driven divided by the, with the money I've made, and divided it all out, it came out to, I think, $2.80 a mile, something like that. And that's after Landstar's cut. That's to the truck. So I'm averaging over $2.80 a mile to the truck. And you figure with fuel, it's about 80 cents a mile, somewhere in there. So I'm looking at about $2 a mile to the truck. So the 30,000, because think about it, last year I grossed right at $250,000. So that's just a smidge over 10% of what I made last year. And that's just in 1 year. If you're good for 3 good years, you're gonna more than pay for that motor easy. And the good thing is you're steady rolling, you're not in the shop. You're doing good, man. It's nice when all you have to worry about is pulling in and getting a PM done. Maybe new batteries, maybe fan belts. Just simple little stuff. It's awesome having that little bit of peace of mind. So I'm kind of leaning towards that, but I want to wait till maybe October, November, when I'm in a more fluid position of where it won't be a problem to do it, where I'm not going to be under a strain. If I had to do it right now, it would put a little bit of a strain on me, but I could still do it. But if I can wait till November, because right now, somewhere between 12 and 15,000 miles, I'm using almost right at 2 gallons of oil. And there's guys that are putting a gallon in every week, man. So on these, especially on Detroit's, So you figure, you know, just round it up, say maybe 2 gallons every 12 to 15,000 miles. Sounds like a lot, but the thing is the motor itself isn't leaking the oil. It's coming from like the dipstick, stuff like that. It's not really, so it's kind of burning it a little, you know, and stuff like that. So at some point you're gonna need to get it done, right? You can't just keep putting it off. So right now I'm just basically keeping a check on it and keep an eye on my oil pressure, my water temps, oil temps, all that kind of stuff, monitoring everything. And so far, you know, it's not terrible. I mean, it's at the point where you know the work needs to be done on it. And I don't think I'm going to make it into next year. I think I'm definitely going to have to get it done this year. But I just want to, you know, take it easy on the truck, haul some light loads, avoid the mountains, and keep it down about 70, you know, between 65 and 70 miles an hour, ease along, take my time, and don't get in a rush, you know. So that's what we're going to do, and see what happens. And we go to get all that done. We'll get us a nice little vacation done at the same time. So I know I've been rambling on over 18 minutes. I'm gonna let you guys go, but I just want to give you a catch up on what's going on. We got some video footage I'm gonna show doing the Harbor Freight thing and all that good stuff. That'll be another video. But just want to catch you up what's going on. Yeah. So we'll do another video and show you what we did after we picked up in Lakeland. And so right now we are, consider us delivered in Miami, and then we'll pick it up from there. All right, thank you guys so much for coming along, being patient, let me talk. It helps me sometimes when I can talk to people about stuff like this, because I talk to Joe and Jim and Matt. Those are probably, and I got another friend, Tom. I got 4 guys, man, and they keep me busy on the phone talking. You know, all 4 of them Landstar BCOs, and yeah, I mean, it's great having guys like this, good friends that you can talk to, and they all own trucks, so they know what you're going through, you know, and you can talk to them. And the good thing is about Jim and not Jim, Matt and Joe, is they both have the exact same engine I have, and me and Matt have the same exact truck. He has a Freightliner Classic, and I have a Freightliner Classic, and Joe, he has the Coronado, which is basically like the little brother to the Classic. You know, it has a little bit sloped nose and stuff like that instead of the bigger nose and stuff. But you know, we all basically have the same truck. We all 3 have Freightliners, so it's good being able to talk to those guys about the truck and stuff, the motor, and having that support. You know, that camaraderie and the support, knowing that you know, they'll talk to you and help you out if they can. So that's what I love about Landstar, man. It's a brotherhood. Yeah, and we got some sisters over here. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. If you hadn't already subscribed, if you're not a subscriber, if this is the first time watching the video, jump down the bottom and check it out. Hey, and just a FYI, I'm gonna throw this out there. Look at my playlist. You'll see I have videos called My Trucking Life, Truth, Trucking, and Tribulations. If you've never watched any of those videos, you should pull up that playlist and start at the beginning and watch all those videos. Just binge watch. That's basically a rundown of my entire life driving, starting from the time I was 16 till now. I say till now, till 2018, 2019. So we got a lot to catch up on. So look for some new videos coming out. My Trucking Life, Truth, Trucking, and Tribulations. We got a couple more we're going to put together and try to get those out there this year. And so be looking for those. Yeah, and you can find out how I got started trucking, my extensive training. That's a joke. Anyway, but yeah, those are pretty good videos. They're just good sit-down videos talking about, you know, everything I've done. And one of the videos, I even have my late uncle, the one that passed away, talking to him about, you know, from when I was first started driving for him when I was 16 till to the point where me and him ran together as a team and everything later on in life. So it's really a good series. That was some of the best work I've ever done, to be honest with you. I really enjoyed that. Sitting down doing those videos, talking about truck driving and all this other stuff. And so yeah, those are some videos I'm really proud of. So go check those out. That's really good. And like I said, I don't get any money from YouTube. I don't get any money from anybody. I don't get any kind of bonus, gifts, or prizes. Everything I do on YouTube is for you guys and for me, and nobody else. I don't get any kind of money out of it or any kind of financial help. Everything is 100% just me doing it to talk to people and make new friends and hopefully help some drivers out along the way. You know, there may be a driver out there that needs an engine rebuild, and he's watching this trying to get some ideas, and hey, you know, shoot me an email, you know, send me your phone number, and we can talk on the phone if you need help, you know, trying to figure some of this stuff out. I'm in the same boat, you know, because this will be the first time I've had to have an engine replaced or rebuilt. I've never gotten that far with a truck before. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this. I love it, man. I love you guys, and I love having the friends and everybody out there. I love reading you guys' comments and stuff. And thank you to everybody that wished Mr. McCray a happy birthday. It made his day. He talked to me on the phone, and he said he really appreciated it, and everybody that wished him happy birthday and stuff, he really appreciated it. He was up in Tennessee on vacation, first birthday, enjoying himself up there on one of the rivers up there in Tennessee, just kick back, relaxing in his RV. I tell you, he's leading a good life, man. Good, honest Christian life, and he deserves all the happiness he's got, and being able to enjoy his life, man, like that. Kick back, relax with his wonderful wife, and just, you know, enjoy some of the fruits of the hard labor and everything that he did for all those years. You know, over 50 years in trucking. That's dedication. That's that's a lot. So I'll never get there, but I'm gonna do as many years as I can. So but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, all that wonderful stuff you do that makes this channel so much fun. Woo, we're trying to get back going with these videos, so I hope y'all are liking them. If there's something you need me to talk about or touch on or talk about anything, just, you know, let me know. Drop a comment, let me know, stuff like that, and I'll try to do it if I can. So y'all stay safe. Don't give up on your life. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your family, your country. Just keep moving forward. Dang, what the heck was that? Did you hear that boom? But always keep punching.